Hey, how are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Very well. Well, look, lots to get into, but the news this lunchtime, or there is news this lunchtime, that Sheffield Wednesday have turned down a bid for Marvin Johnson for around £1 million from Ipswich. Is that correct?
Hi. Yeah, hello at all. Yeah, guys, I know all the topics are very interesting for you and for everybody outside. I can understand it, but be honest, today, guys, I cannot speak about any news. I will not speak about transfer rumors or something like this. If you have something, then we come out with our message, but I will not speak today about all the rumors, all the options we have, or something like this. It makes no sense at the moment. We have to focus what we can do. I can tell you, we try everything. We work hard behind in both direction at the moment. It's a tough time, yeah, a tough week for me as well. But at the moment, there are no new informations for you, and yeah, sorry for this. If you have something, then we come out.
Is that perhaps because progress is slower than you had hoped?
Yeah, I told Jan in the last weeks as well about the transfer window. It's a crazy time. It goes quick in one direction, it goes quick in the other direction, and it makes no sense, yeah, to speak about one direction because maybe when I finish the press conference as a new direction, and it makes no sense at the moment to speak about this. I know this, I understand this, I understand the question as well. I understand also that our supporters want to have informations about all the things what happens, but we have just some informations in our back, and this is what we have to do. We have to work on it, and then we will make the final decision, and then hopefully at the end of the window, then we can make a list what was the outcome from the transfer window as well. But at the moment, it makes no sense to speak about all the things. It could be not. There is a rumor, there's not a rumor, there is an option, there's not an option. Yeah, sorry for this. Hopefully, you can understand this. Yeah, but
Let's talk about something that has happened. Vasquez has gone back to AC Milan. How do you sum up his time here?
yeah, I was always open with, honest with him. I think it was not easy for him always. Also since I'm arrived, yeah, the arriving was a little bit. He was by the national team, then he come back, then he was ill, and then we worked. I worked with my team 10 days together, yeah, and then it's always difficult. It's not about like, yeah, for example, a striker where you can sub in, sub out, yeah. Then you make a little bit a final decision for yourself. You give one goalkeeper more the opportunity to play more games, yeah. And then it was always, yeah, I want to see a little bit of battle between the goalkeepers. Sometimes the battle was there, but sometimes it was not really. I have the feeling it is this high performance culture what I want to have. I think, and especially since we signed the new goalkeeper. Honestly, the whole goalkeeper group. We had four goalkeeper in the training. Immediately, it was a different challenge, yeah, and this is what I like, and it was also good because then you see everybody worked hard, and yeah, I think it was not a personal thing with me and Davis. Yeah, he was always professional, no problem with this, and also in the last weeks he trained hard, he trained well. But yeah, if you have really a battle, you need this in the training as well, and then you have to be ready. Yeah, if there is an opportunity for the second goalkeeper, then you have to be ready. And if you are shown not really that you are ready, then yeah, then there's not a reason why you have to change as a manager. And then yeah, Cam did well in the last weeks. Yeah, and now we have a new battle by the goalkeepers, and now we will see what is the decision on the weekend. Yeah.
With Does that mean you are considering a change then?
Yeah, I think it was in my mind. Yeah, it was after the first 2 months. You get a picture. How's the group working, and then you have to decide because you has to prepare something, and then yeah, honestly, I think we got a great potential, high potential goalkeeper now, and it was a good chance, yeah, to change something in this group, and we did, and yeah, I was happy to get them here because I think it's not normal that you get such a high potential goalkeeper.
Um, just to continue with goalkeepers, another very highly rated goalkeeper is Pierce Charles. Is he sort of staying as part of your training squad now because of the return of Vasquez, or still might he get some football elsewhere?
Yeah, I think in this moment, in this situation, we are really looking what is now the best and the next step for him. Yeah, this is maybe I think what we can do to look. Maybe there is an option for him that he get minutes, yeah, in professional football on a level that he can continue his improvements. But this is what we have to check in the next weeks as well. But yeah, at the moment the goalkeeper group it's complete with Pierce, with James and with Cam.
To slightly lapse back into transfers, you won't be surprised at this time of the year players who are out of contract are getting speculation written about them. One question, when is it in the plan for Sheffield Wednesday to speak to players you want to keep for next season?
Yeah, I think I try to speak always with my players about the future as well. Yeah, but for sure, you know our situation in the table. Yeah, this is always for both sides a little bit a point where you have to look what you can do in the future. But for me, it's for sure that we will start this in the I think in the next months as well. Yeah, to give them a feeling. But I think in my communication, in my way to lead my group, it's always about give them a honest feedback, and then it's about for the players to understand the feedback, to work on this feedback, or to say okay he wants to make a new thing, or he wants to stay and then they have to improve, or they have to keep the good performance as well. And I think this is all what we have to do. For sure, is then a big topic for the next months. To look how is the squad and how could be the squad, what we can do, which position. But I always try, if I have a feeling one player it's not really knowing in which position he is at the moment, then I come to him and then I will talk with him, and this is what I did in the last weeks, and also what I will do in the next weeks as well.
There's been a lot of talk from supporters that get in touch with us recently about Bambo Diaby and the notion that he looks uncomfortable when receiving possession, and that it might cause problems. What's your perspective on that?
Yeah, I think at first, when you look back, Bambo was still a key player for me because he has a physical strong side. I think maybe after the game of Southampton, it's easy to look to just the mistakes from Bambo, or for some situation he looks not really good. But honestly, I spoke with my team as well. It's easy to look to one guy, but we win as a team and we lose as a team. And when you look to the conceded goals, it was maybe there was sometimes some moments there was one player, but when you look to the whole picture, then you see always it's about also team working, and how we can defend together, what we have to do together, and that was our strength in the past, and this is also our strength in the future. It's not looking about one guy; it's about how we have to act as a team, and this is for me important. I think every player was maybe since I arrived here in one conceded goal involved, and if you make a mistake in the last line, then it looks always more bad than you make a mistake in front. But there's always a reason why we conceded goals, and I had a clear message from my team in the beginning of the week, and this is what we have to do as a team, and it's not about one individual player.
Is he? We know you like to be very detailed with players. Is he someone that you think will adapt as time goes on then?
Yeah, for sure. We have to work on my players. I think every player has at the moment, or not at the moment, I think every time potential situation where we can work on it. I think I have also in my list for my players always potential points where we can improve, and this is now about make them stronger, and one guy is in this part stronger, then he need more improvement and development in this part, and this is about us to give them this feedback, to help them bring them a new situation, give them the self-confidence and work on it. Yeah, it's then not enough to say, yeah, this is a mistake and yeah, it was not good. No, it's about how we can improve our players.
With regard to available players, Will Volks obviously came back onto the pitch last week. Is he, after his fitness problems, ready to play 90 minutes now and start games again?
Yeah, I think so. He is ready. Yeah, he trained the whole week. It's normal if you're a little bit out, then you need a little bit of rhythm, but he is available. Yeah, it will be interesting, exciting for the starting 11. Yeah, let's have a look how I decide. I have some things in my mind, but the final decision maybe it could be on Saturday morning. Yeah, when I have to sleep about this. Yeah, tomorrow is a direction, but the final decision I think will be on Saturday in the morning from my side, and then yeah, we go forward and we look what we can do against a stronger opponent.
Indeed so, and we'll come on to them in a second, but Ike Ugbo has obviously been around the squad for a few days now, a few training sessions now. How's he getting up to speed?
Yeah, it's exactly what we want to do. Yeah, it's a process from the last week, and it's fantastic to see now he is improved. I think it was also good for him to know how is the intensity in our game. Yeah, I think he felt it yesterday in the training as well. It was a good session. This is now make them ready for this, but it was a huge step forward, and this is fantastic to see how quick we can bring the players closer and closer. Yeah, for sure it will be then also a tactical meeting that he understand the details. But at first it was about feel the intensity and be ready for this, and we did a huge step forward.
And yeah, Coventry, it's only a couple of weeks since Sheffield Wednesday last played Coventry. How do you approach this one then?
Yeah, I think this is a team with a good running at the moment. Yeah, when you look to results, they took them. They are strong. They have good players in his team. I think they do a good job. They're doing well. They are aggressive. They have good solutions with the ball. It will be a good challenge again. Yeah, for us, we have to learn from the first game. We have some things to do a little bit different. But for sure, for us it's about bring at first our basics, our intensity on the pitch, and if we do this, then we have always a chance, and then we are in the game, and then we have our supporters on our back, and then I think we have to create a good atmosphere on Saturday. But at first we have to invest in our basics.
Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Afternoon, Danny, you're right.
Hey.
Just on sort of Ike that you were speaking about him there, he's played a few different positions in his career, but most of it has been spent obviously as a striker. Have you brought him in with the idea of him potentially playing in a few different roles, or have you got one specific thing in mind for him?
No, at first I think his best position for me is be a striker, but it depends a little bit. You have different profiles as a striker. You have strikers, they have more the strength to have deep runs behind. You have strikers, they come more in the red zone and ask for the ball and be a wall player. And I think that it depends a little bit how we want to build up. Yeah, I think in the pressing he is aggressive, he can press, he can run. Yeah, it's also important to understand, okay, when we press and how we want to press. But with the ball, he can. He is very mobile, and this is what I like. Yeah, he is great also between the lines, but this is always a mix. And who is then the second part beside him? Yeah, and I think that depends a little bit how I want to see him in the game. Yeah, and this is what I'm looking for. But it was a huge step forward this week.
Excellent. I want to talk about Callum Patterson. He's been out with his head injury. How's Callum getting on?
Oh yeah, Callum. It's difficult at the moment. He will be not available for the next time. But we have a look how we can do. It's not just about the head. He has also a problem with his knee, and this is at the moment what we have to do to make him fit as soon as possible, but at the moment he's not available.
So is that going to be for a little bit of time now?
Yes.
Right, okay. That's a real pity given what Pato offers to the team. In terms of the rest of the squad, where you at in terms of, you know, this coming weekend? Have you got any players who might potentially be back for this one who were missing before?
It's everybody available except Jeff Henrik.
Except for who, sorry? The broke up there.
Jeff Henrik.
Apart from Jeff, okay. Yeah. What is the situation with Jeff? Has there been any sort of conversations with Newcastle about sort of his lack of game time or anything like that?
Yeah, I think Jeff is now close to come back to the training. This is the situation, and all the other things. Yeah, I told you at the moment it's behind the doors. Yeah, we try something. We are in conversation. We work hard on this. Yeah, the only thing, and this is for me important, that I'm still in the communication with everybody. Yeah, with the players. How is the situation for the players? And then I'm between the clubs. I'm between my players, and this is then what I can do. Yeah, give them a feedback, and then we look what we can do and what is the best for the players as well. And if you have something, then we come with the information out. But it makes no sense to speak today about this or this. It could be just it could be, and not. This is the situation.
Excellent. I know you don't want to talk about contracts. It's a slightly different angle on the situation. With the players that are out of contract in the summer, I know you want to speak to them sort of when the transfer window's over. But when there are players who potentially have interest from abroad and can sign pre-contracts now, does that change the situation at all? So, you know, say a player got an offer from overseas, would you potentially bring their contract talks forward?
I think it's always for me important that I get the feeling, how serious the offers or what they think about his or their future. Sometimes it's also about you get the offer but you want to stay in the club because you think this is the right club and this is the right situation and this is what I want to know from my players. Then I give them a feedback from my situation, what I think about the situation at the moment, and then I think we are both sides on the same stand. Both sides know what is the situation in the club at the moment, and then we go forward. For sure. I think if we work good and if we improve our players, this is then normal that my players will get offers. Because then they're doing well, and this is also a signal for us that we are in the right direction. For sure, it's not easy because then sometimes you have to be a little bit patient from both sides. Means also patience sometimes for my players. But important thing is that I give them a signal, in which direction it could be go, and then it's about we can go forward in the next months.
Excellent. Just wanted to lastly ask about Coventry. How difficult is it as a manager when you're preparing to face a team so quick? Obviously it's not long since you played it, and now you're playing them again twice. Is that quite a difficult situation to plan for? Yeah,
I think both sides know what they expect from this game, from the opponent. Both sides are very good prepared for the next game. I think now I'm looking not to the cup game. It's about just what we can do to take points from this game. And then after this game you will look to the next game against the same opponent, and then you have to decide new. But now it's about just the league game.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time, Danny.
Thank you. See you.
Danny, hi. How you doing? Sorry, my camera was slowly coming on there. How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Good stuff. I wanted to touch on the Southampton game. We've got a few days to sort of look at that. What are your sort of reflections on how that game went and where it went wrong, aside from the fact, obviously, that Southampton are a very, very good football team?
Yeah, I think you always look back to a game and then you take something from this game. I think I know your question is a little bit about the decision about the number 6, for example. I noticed it was a discussion maybe around my team as well. I think there was an idea to have a player who is able to go in the duels and to speed up our game after winning the balls. Because it's a different profile. To have a little bit profile with to speed up our game. I think in this case, Dish got a yellow card after 3 minutes. That was not helpful for us, honestly, because then you cannot go really hard in the duels. As a number 6, it was in some situation not easy. But I spoke with my team. I think we missed some basics, what we have to do and what we did in the past very well. I spoke about this with my team. And then, you can think about tactic, and you can think about your players. Then I think, I'm a coach, I'm a manager to win also this game. Yeah, that was the reason why I tried to do something. But sometimes you can do well, and it's still not enough. Yeah. I think for me was a good experience as well, against a strong opponent. What works, what sometimes it's not helpful for my team. But I think it's like also if you do this, then now after the game it's easy to say why he did this and why he did this. I think in this moment I decide, and I was convinced about my decision. And after the game, then you look back and say, okay, it works not. I think this is then normal as a manager, but for me it's always I have some basics, and this is what I want to see. And if we do this not, then we have problems. But this was a clear message to my team as well, and the reaction from this during the week was fantastic. And this is what I know from my team. They are still working, they are still believe, and I think to go to Southampton, and I think a lot of supporters and also my players, everybody was a little bit, we can do something there, and I think that shows that we improve our self-confidence and also to took points. But then you have in some moments the game, the feeling, today it will be hard, and it was against Southampton like this. And now it's about looking forward, go forward, and bring our basics, our intensity back on the game in the next against the next strong opponent. And this is what we can do, and we can prepare it, and then we take our points from the last game to the new game, and then we go forward.
Yeah, sure. Just I'm interested going forward. Was it sort of a one-off tactical thing having Dish in there, or is that something that you can see him developing and maybe adding to his game going forward?
I think Dish has potential to play also number 6. I think so, and it could be maybe very interesting in the future, because if you have a number 6 who can also play a centre back, then I spoke about like a hybrid, because then you have a guy who can be flexible, and this is fantastic, because then you can change immediately from a back 4 to a back 5. You can have a guy who is in front as a number 6. You can put him back and building up with 3. You are very flexible, but for sure, for this and to improve, it takes time. He did well as a center back as well, and now I think it's then about what we need for the next game, and this is what we can do. But from my side, I'm very open for this to improve him as well as a number 6.
Great stuff. George Byers back available, I believe. Will he require a bit of time to get his match sharpness back, or can he be considered to go straight back in?
I think if you are out from 3 weeks without a game, then it's about try to get some minutes. Then it's about, okay, it's the decision, how is the situation on the number 6 at the moment, who is available, who not, who is in which shape. And then we will see now for the weekend. I think for him it's important that he trained well, that he worked hard, and be ready for the time. It could be from the starter, it could be from the bench, but he has to be ready for these times, and this is important.
I want to ask about Ashley Fletcher, who at times, from the fan base, hasn't maybe struck a chord with some of them perhaps. But it strikes me that certainly in recent weeks he's played a really important role coming off the bench. He's a player that you've used a lot. Perhaps you could talk to us about the attributes and what he offers to your squad.
Yeah, I think Fletch is also an example. Yeah, he did train very hard in the last 3 months. I think for my side, he's a different player since I'm arrived. He understands more and more the game, what I want to see. He is his strength is also to keep the ball and be the target player in front. Sometimes he drop very well in the red zone and also was in Southampton, some good movements. Now he start also to finish some actions. Yeah, now he needs a little bit luck that he score the first times. I think this is always important for a striker. If you do this, then yeah, the belief and more self-confidence come back. And then sometimes if you score once, you will score twice as well. This is normal. But his development is fantastic, and also his attitude on and off the pitch is fantastic. Yeah, I think it's also not easy sometimes for a lone player. Yeah, in which situation he is, but I had also conversation with him, and yeah, he is very clear and very focused in the situation now here. He is doing well. He trained well. He is ready, and yeah, it's the same what I told you about the transfers. We will see what we do in the next weeks, but for me it's always important that I know the feeling from the players, and he knows my feeling and what I'm thinking about him, and then it's about okay, we look forward. But at the moment, yeah, he did well, he trained well, he is always a good option for us at the moment, and yeah, it's important, yeah, because yeah, I think Bailey improved a lot and a good development, but I'm still saying this, yeah, for a young player to have immediately a lot of pressure, because everybody expect that he's scoring and all the things. It's not easy, but Bailey did well. We help him, but it's also good to have a minimum 1 or 2 striker beside him to give him a little bit air to refresh his mind, and then you go forward. And yeah, this is about now improve my young players. This is normal, and this is good that I have the option like at the moment Fletch. Yeah, for sure the other 2 strikers is also working hard. Michael Smith, but he was injured. He comes now back, and yeah, for Lee the situation we know.
Great stuff. Given that we're not speaking about transfers, this might be a shorter press conference, but yeah, thanks for your time.
Thank you, no problem.
Hi Danny, you okay?
Yeah, hey, how are you?
Hi, I've not got too many questions, don't worry. When teams are at the bottom, defeats are going to happen. It's how you react. That's the massive thing, isn't it? And not to overreact from a defeat. It's how you bounce back.
Yeah.
It's absolutely massive for teams in your position.
I think at first, yeah, everybody was a little bit disappointed, yeah, after the game, because we want to show our performance from the last weeks, yeah, and then you got this defeat, but at the end it's about show a reaction. But we spoke about some points that was important for me, to speak about what we can improve, what we have to do as our basics, and now it's about going forward and don't look back to this game, because I told us after the game as well, it was a different level, and I think now we have some challenges ahead, and this is what we can do, and this is what we can change, and what we can do as a team. And we cannot change the past, but we can change the future, and this is important.
Yeah, he was speaking earlier, Josh Windass. He was talking about how the training is data driven. There's a lot of technical aspects. Do you think the sort of English British players are becoming more like European? They're becoming more analytical, more studious. Do you see a bit of it?
I think the influence at the moment from the manager, from the young manager, and it's more and more about this direction. I think the players are used to it more and more, and I think this is then in the modern football still a part. I think it's always about find the balance between Sometimes it's also important that the players can just play football, and can decide on the pitch and all the things. It's not about have just starters and you forget to playing football. I know this, and this is always a balance. It is helpful to get a feedback, but the truth is on the pitch, and this is what we can do, and this is what we have to do as a group. And if we work hard on the pitch, then our daughters will be good.
Okay. I will ask you finally, you know, your first experience as a full head coach of a transfer window. You'll be pleased when it's finished and over. By the sound of it, there's a lot of things happening, and it's a big examination for you.
Yeah, I think it was, especially also in this week, a tough week. Yeah, a lot of challenges beside the pitch. Yeah, this is then still, you need 100% for your team to improve your team, but you need also 100% to preparing something, and yeah, then it's up and down. Yeah, but it's also important for me that I'm take it the things sometimes they are not good, not personal. Yeah, then it's about okay, go again, try it again by the next. This is like if you defeat, when you get a defeat on the pitch, yeah, then it's also the same. Yeah, you have to go forward, learn from this, and do it better, and then the next success will come. And this is like also now, but yeah, it's true. It was a tough week, tough two weeks now. But yeah, I know this, and now I feel it as well as a manager. What it means to be a part of all the points we have to do, we have to decide. But yeah, it's about go forward, and then hopefully after the transfer window, we can make a good result, and then we can say, okay, that was the work from the last 4 weeks, and we are happy, and we are convinced about what we did. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Danny. All the best.
Thank you.
Hi, Danny. Ben Fisher from The Guardian. Just a couple of questions, if I can, which I'd like to hold for next week. You alluded to it a minute ago in terms of the influence of the young manager. Why do you think we're seeing that shift, Danny? Obviously, you're the youngest in the division. Why do you think we've seen that shift? I think 21 of the 24 are 49 or under, and even in Mark Robbins at 54 is quite an outlier. Why do you think we're seeing that shift?
I think you have both sides. Yeah, you have experienced coaches. They have really good experiences, and they a different profile. And then I think you have a little bit now more and more younger manager. Yeah, okay, I'm the youngest one here in this league at the moment. I think, yeah, it's like for the player the same. Yeah, for me it's not about is this a young player or old player. It's more about is it a good or not a good player. Yeah, and I think this is also for the manager. You have some really good experienced coaches where we can improve. They have a good coaching team as well, and then you have maybe my profile a little bit younger, but still when I look back to my last 10 years, I think with a lot of different experiences, for sure not as a manager but as an assistant coach, and yeah, then you make the step forward, and then you think, okay, now you're ready as a manager. And yeah, now for me it's about bring my style of football on the pitch, have some different ideas comparing to experienced manager. Yeah, this is maybe a little bit the new one, but I think you see now also in this league you have some younger manager, and yeah, I think this is the future. This is normal that you have then a new generation, and maybe then one times it will come, then I'm the old manager and the new young manager will come, and I think this is also a little bit the life.
It does feel quite an exciting wave of coaches, though, doesn't it? I mean, there's a lot of 30-somethings, a lot of people trying to play the same way, good attacking football.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I think a little bit similar football style, but in the details, maybe you see some difference. Then, this is then the development from the last years. I think it's also a reason why we have more and more young manager, because they got the opportunity. Yeah, maybe in the past it was not so easy to come as a young manager in a top league like the Championship, for example. Now maybe the opportunity it's easier to get the step. You get the trust what you need as a young manager, and this is also a reason why you have more younger manager at the moment in the league.
Why do you think that is, Danny? Sorry, why do you think that is happening?
Oh, yeah, this is difficult to say, but I think sometimes it's a little bit to refresh. Sometimes you have a period from maybe 10 years, you have the same manager, they just change the clubs, and then it comes a new generation, and then you give one guy the opportunity, it works well, then the second club think, oh, it works, yeah, we can do this also, yeah, and maybe this is then also the reason why you in the past young manager got the opportunity. Also in Germany, when you look, yeah, you Nagelsmann, for example, so he was a young coach, and I think it changed a little bit more now, but for me it's really not about the age. For me it's more about, okay, the quality as a manager, and I think you have in both direction really good examples. Experience and so on, very good. You have young, they are good. I think it's not about the age, it's about how you act as a manager and how good you are.
Just lastly, if I can, have you spent time with any of the other managers in the Championship, sort of sharing ideas or observing them before you obviously joined Wednesday?
Not really, yeah. I think, yeah, you're still looking to the games before I took the job, yeah. Then you look and compare what you can do, what you can influence in your team, how is the style in the league, and then for sure after the games, yeah, it's always interesting, exciting to speak with the manager. You have with some manager a good relationship, you are closer. With some manager it's a little bit more, yeah, different, but I think they're still very respectful, and I enjoy always the talks after the games, because it's always good to get the insight and the feeling from each other, and yeah, this is fantastic, and I think everybody can learn from each other, and this is fantastic in this league.
Thanks, Danny. All the best for the weekend.
Thank you so much. Thank you.